Hello friends, today we are back again with a new video about some some kitchen appliances, regarding some kitchen appliances. So as you have seen that in daily life we have used in kitchen, that those are grocery containers are there filled with grocery items like rice, wheat, etc. and etc. Some these containers are regularly get filled with groceries, different types of grocery items. Then they are getting regularly, they get emptied, and again they are filled, again they are getting get empty, and they again they get filled. This cycle goes on. So have you noticed that what is happening inside the container? Have you questioned yourself that what is happening inside the container? Have you washed these containers? Have you seen the washings of this container, wash out or rinsed out content of the container, of this container? When an empty rice container is emptied and is rinsed with distilled water, have you seen that water under microscope? So today we will be going to show you, if a rice container after a long time, if a rice container is washed and rather rinsed with water, so what we see inside the container. So we are having around 50 ml or 25 ml of rice container washings. A container is washed with distilled water. Around 5 kg rice container has been washed with 250 ml of water, and that container washings has been taken out and is going to be examined under microscope. So what we see, and then that we will see discuss regarding this video. So let us take some of the contents, rather 6 ml of the contents, and we will be seeing under TCM 400 microscope what it shows us. Is there something very bad, or is there nothing inside the container, or what it is? Actually, whatever we will see, it will come out from the rice. It has come out from the rice, from the groceries. So that we will see in the container. That has been there with the container. With the help of an TCM 400 microscope, we are going to see it. So these groceries in the kitchen are kept for a long time. If they are kept for a long time, they accumulate bacteria. May not be it is a liquid form. Maybe it is a solid form. But especially this rice, they contains the unboiled rice. They contain starch, and the starch, they are mixed with starch to make them super white. So this is a process of adulteration, but as well. But this adulteration also catches the bacteria, so brings the bacteria, funguses, and all that. So some parasites also, they're not drawn by the starch. They are attracted by the starch. So this we will be seeing, and the starch settles in the container, in the walls of the inside or internal walls of the container. So that's why when you rinse it with water, the starch gets accumulated in the water. This get dissolved in the water, and therefore we will see so much accumulation of bacteria and funguses and microorganisms in the container. So let's see what happens in the same 400 microscope. So friends, we have just seen that this rice water under microscope. Now just see, we are seeing, so you can see lots of debris are there, and this is without culture media. Only distilled water is there, and the washing wash outputs of the internal walls of the container is there. So nothing, no culture media, nothing. This is just blank water. So that is also showing some more debris are dissolved in it, and maybe some funguses are present, maybe some parasites are also present, maybe microbes are present. So it seems to be a lot of things we will be able to discover, or rather excavate from this solution. So you can see lots of debris are there. These are the algae present. So that is in confirmed in the center of the screen that you can see is the uh, fungus. That is a fungus. So let's see it. So that is your courser rosali. That is a courser rosali. It is very in a very small form. You can just it has grown, started growing. This is a small form. This is courser rosali. So this is courser rosali. Again, a small courser rosali is there. So the magnification is getting changed. We are increasing the magnification, and a little bit light needed. So focusing is being done. The light is increased. The focusing is getting done. So it is not now. It is not focused. So you can see some debris. Overall debris are there. We have lost the Clostridium rosali, but so it is there. So you can see more fungi, more debris are there. You can see lots of debris and dust particles are there as presumed. So the focusing is again getting changed. We have because we are moving the that petri dish, so the focus gets shifted. So we need to focus properly. So that is going to be done. So a little bit out of focus now. The microscope is a little bit out of focus. This getting focused. So debris are there. You can see some debris present. So it is getting focused. Something is coming in the focusing area. So you are getting focused. So yes, it is a parasite. It may be fungus. Two funguses are there maybe. So we are getting. It is getting focused. The microscope is getting slowly. It is getting focused. It's a very small. Therefore, this focusing is lots of focusing is needed. So the two things you can see in the top there is Corset rosali, and the bottom there is ferrata. That is ferrata. And the bottom there is ferrata. That is ferrata fungus. That is ferrata fungus. There is capsuloferrata. There is a blue one. You can see it is capsuloferrata. So it is darkened now. It is in a phase contrast mode. Now the phase contrast mode is done. It is dark field and phase contrast mode. So this is phase contrast, and you can see the periphery output outside periphery of the both the funguses. The one is Torset rosali, and the other one is the ferrata. So this is the presentation without culture media. So if we put culture media now, then what will we see? So that we have to wait. So this is the condition. See another algae. This is the lots of dust particles are there. Dust particles are there. Maybe this may be staphylococcus. This may be staphylococcus. We will see later on after putting it in the culture media. We will see whether it is staphylococcus or anything. It may be starch stain. It may be the starch chains are there. These may be starch chains. And the algae are there. Lots of algae and dust particles are there. These are the algae, the dust particles. Algae and the dust particles mixed together. And those coil-like structures or the chain-like structures, maybe these chain-like structures in front of you, structures in front of you, maybe starch chains. Generally, the starch gets deposited in the inner wall of the clinched in the inner wall of the container. So this may be starch chains actually. Sorry. So they may be that, maybe Staphylococcus. Now it is in a very infant stage or in a preliminary stage, so we cannot identify that. So for that we need culture media to get them enlarged. So therefore we will be able to analyze what is it. So this is because of the starch present in the rice. This happens because of the starch present in the rice, as I said earlier. So more debris and more algae are there. Some parasites may be there, but they are not visible now. They will grow in the culture media. So these algae are there hanging, clinging from the wall of the water surface, from the clinging from the water surface, or protruding downwards or upwards from the surface. So this is, you can see, this is without culture media. So again I am telling that this is without culture media. There is nothing, only culture, only water is there. That is also distilled water, and it is rinsed. The inner walls of the container, plastic container, rinsed. Container has been rinsed. So this is dark field mode, and you are getting focused. One microbe is getting focused. So we have found one other microbe. It is in dark field mode. So this is a live microbe, and that is Courser rosalie. This is a very small Courser rosalie. You can see the full structure of the Courser rosalie. This is 100x magnification. So you can see the core structure of the Courser rosalie. So it is in the dark field mode. The field is dark. It is getting darker, and you can see the Courser rosalie. This is also almost 1 micron in diameter, or in length. Sorry, 1 micron in length. So 1 or 1.5 micron in length. We will measure it and see. These are the more debris. It's getting focused. Needs to be focused, and so these are more debris, as you can see. These are more dust particles. Another side of the petri dish. These are full of dust particles, darts and particles. Some broken rice also there. Broken rice particles are also there. Broken rice are also there. So this is maybe a staphylococcus chain. This is much more enlarged. We can see, yes, it is staphylococcus. No, these are debris, not staphylococcus. These are debris, looking like staphylococcus, but they are debris collected in the bottom of the container. So these are debris, as you can see, full of debris and dusts and dirts. Mainly these also become the food of the bacteria, the microorganisms. These are small micro parasites are also there. Maybe parasites are there that will grow on. So let us see more. Is there anything else? Anything interesting we can find? Almost we are at the end of the scanning, or the microscopical scanning. These are small micropores. Maybe Cristosporidium is also there, clinched in the starch, so that will be developed when the culture media is given. I think we have to use multiple culture medias, transporting from one culture media to another, and one other to another, and to another. Then all the many microbes can be revealed from this 25 ml solution. So let us see what we get. So this is the condition of the rinsed out rinsed out of a rice container. And once more again I am saying, this is without culture media. No culture media has been added, and nothing has been added in this water, in this liquid. It is simple distilled water, or rather you can say it is an aquaguard water. So this is almost below 30 ds aquaguard water, and things are there. We can see lots of dots and dot particles. So that's it. So friends, I have seen that what microscope has shown us. So that is before culture media. Now we are going to add a definite culture media. First of all, let's see, it's a very new and intelligent culture media. It is called eosine methylene blue culture media. Now these two dyes, eosine and methylene blue, are the two dyes in the two levels. So we will be getting those microbes which are alkaline, which stay in the alkaline media, and the microbes which stay in the acidic media. So Both these indicators are added in these culture media. So let us see what it reveals. It contains a protein structure, and some protein content is there. So therefore it will reveal more microorganisms. So we'll put back this thing into the culture flask and we will be adding 12 ml of the culture media. So let's start that. So first of all we will be putting this thing back from the petri dish. This specimen back from the petri dish. Back from the petri dish. And we will be putting some culture media. And let's see what is present in the culture media. After 5 days we will be back and we will be seeing what is there. So this is methylene blue, almost 5 ml. So we are adding, it is already added. So another 5 ml we are going to add. So let us see. So what happens? So what it reveals? So it is done. So let us see what it reveals after 5 days. We will be back. Now that our culture media is ready, so we will be back after 5 days to see. Now the color, initial color is almost reddish brown. It is showing the eosine color. So it is showing us this is an acidic medium. Now it has become, the medium has become acidic. So let us see if the color changes or it does not, or some more is revealed, or may not be, nothing may be revealed. So let us see what is there actually after 5 days. We will be seeing under TCM 400 microscope. So goodbye from now. As you can see, the Stella fungus, this is called Stella lignum in this rice or rice washings, rice container washings. So this is Stella lignum clinched with algae, with starch algae. There is also another Stella lignum, round form. These are more small Stella colonies. This is small Stella colonies, and more algae are there. Protruding algae are there. These are the Stella colonies. Also small Stella colonies are found. These are the Stella colonies. Mainly this fungus has occurred due to the accumulation of starch. This is the indication. Again the same Stella colony, Stella fungus. This is called Stella lignum, as you can see. So these are more protruding algae are there. Stella is also there, clinging from the algae. So the focusing is done, and you can see the Stella is cleaning down from the algae, and actually it clings from the algae, or the clings from the materials from which it feeds itself. So this is again focused, and you can see this is 100x magnification. So you can see the washings under TCM 400 consisting of fungus and algae, mainly consisting of fungus and algae. And this has been done, it has been cultured in ethylene, eosine and methylene blue. This is a large Stella colony. It's a very big, very large Stella colony. It is also under 100x magnification. The lighting is adjusted. The more the phase contrast is getting adjusted, the lighting is increased. Now the contrast is done. So this is the perfect contrast, and you can see the protruding colonies, full of colonies. The contrast is done, and you can see the colonies. So this is a very big colony, as you can see. This is the Stella colony. So massive Stella colony, and this is actually formed due to the presence of starch in the rice, and the starch gets deposited on the surface of the container where the rice is kept, dry rice is kept, and these are nominal bacterial infection. So in counting contamination, bacterial contamination, this happens when the water is kept. This happens. So this is nothing. This is again stella colony. Small stella is clinging, one is protruding. So this is the stealth, and you can see and stella is clinched with the stealth algae. Stella is clinched with the stealth algae. It is feeding from the stealth algae. Actually, it feeds from the algae. When the algae gets formed in the starch fungus, it feeds from the algae. So these are mold algae molds, as you can see. Algae molds. Algae molds develops first, then the stella comes in to take over the algae. So this is the system. This is the mycological system. So the magnification is getting increased. We have increased the magnification to 200x. Now the magnification is 200x. The microscope is getting focused, and you can see more molds are there. Molds will be clear. So microscope is focused now. As you can see, more molds are there. So brightness is increased a little bit, and in the left corner you can see the lignum is protruding. Lignum is coming out from the this is in the center. As you can see, this is the lignum coming out from the stella fungus. It is getting enlarged. The stella is getting enlarged. It is protruding lignum. So that is why it is known as ligna. It is protruding the ligna. So that's why it is known as ligna stella. It is protruding a lignum. So it is known as ligna stella. So mainly this culture is full of lignum, stellar lignum fungus. This is, as you can presume, that it is because of starch, presence of starch in the rice. So if starch is, if it is kept for a long time and this rice container is not washed for a long time, this fungus will get accumulated, clinched with the rice, and they will go inside the boiling water, and they will decrease the boiling time of the rice, the cooked rice. It will decrease the time of the cooked rice. So this is stella. This is more stellas are there. Small stella funguses are there. The most stella funguses are there. So this is up to you.